Today's topic is our external structure of the heart. Human heart which is there, that is conical in shape. So this is the upper end and this one is lower end. You will find here main two grooves. So human heart has the four chambers. It has four chambers. Upper two are called auricles and the lower two are called ventricles. So in this way, this will be have the four chambers. Upper two chambers are called atria, and lower two are called the ventricles. So here the grooves are there. The atrium which are there externally, the atria are separated from the ventricles by a transverse groove called coronary sulcus or atrioventricular groove. This groove is called as coronary sulcus. Coronary sulcus or atrioventricular groove. This is called as atrioventricular groove. Groove is depression. Externally, when we see the heart, we will find that somehow here one depression is there, and this depression shows that it might be divided into upper and lower part, and this depression shows that it might be divided into the four chambers. Externally, when we see the heart from the externally, and this transverse groove is called as coronary sulcus or atrioventricular sulcus. Human heart is divided into four chambers. Upper two are called atria, lower two are called ventricles, and in between the externally atria are separated from the ventricles by a transverse groove called the coronary sulcus or atrioventricular groove. The two ventricles are externally separated from each other by a two grooves, the anterior and posterior. Anterior ventricular sulci. The ventricles are also divided into two ventricles here. Right side, left side, one ventricle. These two ventricles are divided by this interventricular sulci. This space is called as interventricular sulci. Interventricular sulci. The sulci is there, that is why it has been divided into these two chambers. Here also one septum is there. This anterior, this is the posterior. Posterior is interventricular sulci. And upper one which is there, that is interauricular. Interauricular sulci. Interauricular sulci and interventricular sulci, and this is the coronary sulcus or atrioventricular groove. So in this way our heart has the four chambers. This 1, 2, 3 and 4. Four chamber heart. So externally when we see, we will find such a kind of structure there. Then the pulmonary trunk arises from the right ventricle. So from this chamber, one big trunk will be arise. So this trunk goes upward direction. Again it will be bifurcated. So from here it goes upside in this way. When it goes up, it will be get bifurcate into two. This one will be get bifurcated. What is this? This is the pulmonary aorta. This is pulmonary aorta. Which is coming from the right ventricle. This chamber, lower chamber. From here it is arising. This arises from this chamber. This is one of the large aorta, which is going towards the lungs, right lung and left lung. Then the systemic aorta from the left ventricle are present on the anterior surface of the heart. At last, the big aorta which arises from this chamber, this one, fourth chamber, this arises from the third chamber, and this is going towards the, which is going towards in this way, this is going up, it is going up and coming down. This will goes up in this way, which will comes down. This is the systemic aorta. That is arised from the fourth chamber and which is going towards the upward side. This one is the systemic aorta. Largest aorta artery in the human body is the systemic aorta. This is going towards down. It has been broadly divided into 3 parts. We will rub that upper name, external structure of the heart, so we can get clarity from this. So this is the systemic aorta, which we call for this. This one, pulmonary artery. This is also pulmonary artery. This is left, and this one is the right. Right pulmonary artery, left pulmonary artery going towards the lungs. Then the together is called as, what will be arise from this left ventricle is the pulmonary aorta. Pulmonary aorta. This is pulmonary aorta. And the bigger one, which is red in color, which have been drawn here, that is the systemic aorta. This one is called as systemic aorta. This is systemic aorta. Pulmonary aorta and systemic aorta. Pulmonary aorta is carrying the deoxygenated blood from this ventricle, right ventricle, and systemic aorta is carrying the oxygenated blood from the left ventricle to the body parts. So here the two aortas will be seen in the external part. Then the aorta which is there, systemic aorta, is divided into 3 regions: ascending and systemic arc or aortic arc, and the descending aorta. From here to here, which is going up, upper side it is going. So this is going towards the up. Blood direction is upside, upper side. So this is called ascending aorta. This is called as the ascending aorta. And the place from here to here, which curve is there, arc is there, that is called aortic arc. Ascending aorta, and second one is the aortic arc, or it's also called as systemic arc. This is also called as systemic arc, aortic arc or systemic arc, the curve place which is there, then it is coming down, it is moving down. So this one is called as the descending aorta, descending aorta, descending aorta. So this systemic aorta is divided into three parts, which is going up ascending, and which is curved here, that is arc-like structure is there, aortic arc or systemic arc, and which is from here to here, which is coming down here, that is the descending aorta, means blood is descended downwards, that is carried by this descending aorta, and the blood is moving upper side, ascending, climbing up, that is the ascending aorta. So in this way, systemic aorta is divided into three types: ascending and aortic arc or systemic arc, and third one which is there, that is the descending aorta. The ligamentum arteriosum joins the pulmonary trunk and aortic arc. So here, this place which is there, here the pulmonary aorta bifurcated. Pulmonary aorta is bifurcated into pulmonary arteries, right pulmonary artery and right pulmonary vein. So before the birth of the baby, here the connection will be there in between these two. Here, in between the systemic arc and this pulmonary aorta. Here both are connected here. This connection is called as ligamentum arteriosum. This connection is called as ligamentum arteriosum. This is ligamentum arteriosum. Ligamentum arteriosum. So the ligamentum arteriosum joins the pulmonary trunk to the aortic arc. It is a remnant of an embryonic duct called ductus arteriosus. It is the remnant. Ligamentum arteriosum is the remnant of ductus arteriosus. Ductus arteriosus. Ductus arteriosus is remnant. Embryonic remnant of this ligamentum arteriosum is the remnant of this ductus arteriosus. Means during the time of embryonic development, here this opening will be present. The blood can be flow, oxygenated, deoxygenated blood can be combined. But after the birth, immediately this hole will be get closed. This hole which is present in between, the opening which is present in between this systemic arc and pulmonary aorta, that one will be get closed. If it is in case if it is not closed after the birth, what will be happens? This blood, oxygenated and deoxygenated blood, will be mixed up, and the baby's appearance which is there, that will be look like as a blue in color. Baby body color will be turns into blue. That disease is called as blue baby, if it is failed to close. So anyhow, this one immediately after the birth, this duct will be get closed. This duct which is present here, that one will be get closed. So ligamentum arteriosum, this connection which is there, that is the remnant of ductus arteriosus. This is the part of the heart. And the aortic arch gives out 3 arteries. The aortic arch gives rise the 3 arteries. First one, brachiocephalic artery and carotid artery, subclavian artery. Brachiocephalic artery, first artery here. Here these are the 3 arteries are present. In this way, here the 3 arteries will be present on this arc, systemic arc. The first one is the brachiocephalic artery. I write here first arc. The aortic arch gives 3 arteries. What are those 3 arteries? First one is the brachiocephalic artery. Brachiocephalic artery, and second one which is there, that is the left common carotid artery. Left common carotid artery, and the third one which is there, that is left subclavian artery. Left subclavian artery. So this arc has 3 arteries. First one, this is the one of the artery, this is second one, and this is the third one. Here 3 arteries are present. This arc gives 3 arteries will be origin from this arc. First one, brachiocephalic artery, left common carotid artery, and third one, left subclavian arteries. These 3 arteries are present. The right atrium receives superior and inferior vena cava along its dorsal surface, and pulmonary veins open into the left atrium along with this dorsal heart. So here 3 openings will be present in this chamber. This chamber will be have the 3 openings. Which one? First one is the superior vena cava. From here, the superior vena cava will be get open here, and here inferior vena cava will be come and open here. Inferior vena cava, superior vena cava, inferior vena cava. Those are bringing the deoxygenated blood. And more one opening is present in this chamber, that is the coronary sinus. Superior, this part is called, this opening which is bringing the deoxygenated blood towards the heart is superior vena cava, or it is also called as precaval vein. Precaval vein. And the lower one which is present, which is bringing the deoxygenated blood from the lower body parts, that is inferior vena cava, or it is also called as postcaval vein. Postcaval vein. mediastinum, and the upper body part, head, neck, and the shoulders, which is coming the blood, that deoxygenated blood will be bring towards the heart by the superior vena cava, and the legs and lower body parts in deoxygenated blood will be bring by this inferior vena cava towards this right atrium, and this right atrium is filled with the deoxygenated blood. All the sides. One side from this superior vena cava will be bring the upper body parts deoxygenated blood towards the heart, and the inferior vena cava or postcaval vein will be bring the deoxygenated blood from the lower body parts. Apart from that, the coronary sinus, coronary arteries and coronary veins. Coronary arteries will be supply the oxygenated blood to the heart. Heart also require the oxygenated blood because heart muscles also need the oxygen to contract and relax. So those will be get oxygenated blood through the oxygenated blood is supplied by the coronary arteries to the heart wall, and this heart wall will be release the deoxygenated blood. That deoxygenated blood is collected by the coronary veins, and coronary veins will be joined together. That is called as coronary sinus. That coronary sinus will be open into this right atrium. Here coronary sinus also bringing the deoxygenated blood. Superior vena cava is bringing, inferior vena cava is bringing, and from this heart the coronary sinus is also bringing the deoxygenated blood. Means three sides the deoxygenated blood is coming towards this right atrium. So in this way the blood, deoxygenated blood is coming towards the right atrium. So once we'll take a review. Here human heart is situated in the thoracic cavity in the mediastinum, and externally when we see we will find a transverse groove. That transverse groove is called as the coronary sulcus or atrioventricular groove, which is present in between the atrium and ventricle. So it is called as atrioventricular groove. Upper chambers are called atrium, lower are called ventricles, atria, ventricles. In between that is there. So it is called as atrioventricular groove or coronary sulcus. And in between these two chambers are separated by, here also one depression is there. That is called as interventricular sulci or sulcus. Here interauricular sulcus. In this way externally we see, we will find that our heart might be divided into the four chambers. So here one transverse groove is there, and here interauricular and interventricular groove will be found externally on the heart. So here from the heart the pulmonary aorta will be takes its origin, and which is coming upper towards the heart, and when it comes up then it will be divided or it is bifurcated, and this pulmonary aorta will be getting divided. This part is called as right side one coming and left side one coming, which is going towards the left is called pulmonary artery, and which is coming towards the heart is called as the right pulmonary arteries. So those are the supplying the oxygenated blood towards the heart. Then systemic aorta will be taking its origin into the left ventricle, and it takes its origin from the left ventricle, which will becomes above, and it will be get turned. It is taking a U-turn and coming down. So which is divided into three parts. Which is going up is called as ascending aorta, and which is taking the turn, arc is formed, that is called as aortic arc or systemic arc, and which is coming down is called as descending aorta. And this aortic arc is divided into again three arteries. Here 1, 2, 3 arteries are present. Those are the brachiocephalic artery, left common carotid artery, and left subclavian artery. In this way it has been divided. Then the deoxygenated blood which is there, that is coming from the superior vena cava, inferior vena cava, and this is the coronary sinus. These three openings will be get open into the right atrium. So this is the external structure of the heart. Remaining part will be continue into the next period.